Salute. Anyway, another day in the big. Uh, I read the book of Nehemiah today. I just listen and I go where God tells me to go. You know, uh, I say that all the time. I hope that doesn't offend people. I've got some cognitive deficiencies, habits that I've picked up after being cooked alive in my house. You know what? I remind myself of Jacob, who's has a hitch in his step now. uh, he uses peculiar people. He uses the foolish things. But guess what? Let me just share just a second. I got to put brakes on my wife's car, and I got a problem with the rear brakes. They need replaced, and the right front caliper is very symbolic and it needs replaced too. But I'm going to start with the rear brakes. Everything that's going on in heaven is being played out here on earth, and if the rear brakes need replaced, it means that that's which is behind me, like drugs, alcohol, cussing, swearing, hanging out with the wrong people. Well, God's going to replace those brakes, that which is behind me, and he's going to give me a lot greater efficiency about stopping those things. Take it as a sign. It's all around us. It's made manifest on the earth. It's presently a sign, and it's a signature of where you're at and where God is with you, where you are with God. The right front tire, don't let the right hand or don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing when you give alms before men. The right side represents your service to God. And, instead of being like Uriah, I'm talking to Rufus, my dear brother, don't follow your heart. Every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God, even when we serve people because we have pity and compassion, or we give to all who ask, we don't know how to put on the brakes. Uriah didn't. And guess what happened to Uriah, the Hittite? Well, the enemy wanted something that he had, and the only way the enemy could get it was to slay a man who had great passion and compassion and pity to serve tables rather than to be about the administration of the word. You dreamers and of dreams and blah, blah, blah. You know what? Do you really think that God's going to raise up a prophet in Babylon? Nada. But if you got the word, speak the word. It's all about the word, brother. Hey, so the right front and the left front is your ignorance. The front tires represent where you're headed. The rear tires where you've been. You know what? But anyway, I'm going to just show you my little setup. I don't feel like doing it. Hell no. But it has to be done. You got to do the works of God. And this is just a sign, a symbol, a type. So there you go. I got my blah, blah, blah hooked up. And the brakes. I don't have enough money to replace the rotors. I'm going to do what a country boy has to do. Going through this fire, first 3.5 years of the tribulation has left me desolate in many ways. But I've purchased to myself through obedience and through humility and submission a stream of living water. And now I just learned how to enter in and to go out before the Lord. But I wanted to share with you, the Lord spoke to me, and we put this over here maybe. I don't know if that's going to work or not, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you, the Lord told me to, look in the spirit and Tell me what thou seest. So, I saw a ship on the ocean, but it wasn't the one I described. It wasn't the dragon ship. It looked like Peter's fishing boat, ship, whatever. And Jesus was standing right in the middle of it, and he had his right hand. He was dealing with his flock, and he had the Bible as he was explaining things. And I saw, in other words, this is the true church. This is the remnant bride. This is his disciples. These are the ones that follow Jesus, that love not their life even unto death. And under the water, I saw a submarine that was intent on attacking the true church of God. And on the side of the submarine was a star and the name China. You know they're atheists. You know they're the model of the New World Order. You know the Rothschilds and, you know, the bankers of London and the Vatican. And, well, you know, you realize that their symbol is a dragon. And if the dragon's coming after the woman that beareth the man-child into the desert, this technocracy that's going on, what they intended to do, China being the greatest creditor to the legal fiction, the straw man United States government, that they got these big empty cities in China. Who you think they're going to put in those cities after they kill a bunch of you? You know, the fact is, when I looked the other day, it was amazing how North Korea has more submarines than any other nation. And check it out. It's a vehicle. It's a symbol type, just like Elijah had a chariot. This right here is a symbol type of a ministry. You know, the whore Babylon, she rides on a vehicle. She rides on the beast, a vehicle. Planes, trains, ships are all symbol types. And a submarine is likewise a symbol type of something that's stealthy, subtle, and it's weaponized. And it prowls around the world, not the earth, the world, to try to destroy the remnant bride. And I want to finish with this after reading Nehemiah and listening to the Lord our God, that he's raising up, you know, the days of Nehemiah, and those that have escaped of Babylon will work together, every man with a weapon in his hand, to rebuild the wall and the gates of Jerusalem. And as I plead in the same way to the Persian king, Artaxerxes, that letters would be sent before me, along with an emissary of armed soldiers, that the materials and the assessment of the damage, that through an appraisal of what's necessary to occur first, what needs to be done first, as every man, everyone that comes out of Babylon will work together, side by side, to accomplish what's commanded of us to do to rebuild Jerusalem. Anyway, salute! Love you.